Being in this world, but not of this world. Good day to you, dear Lightworkers, starseeds, here on your mission to planet Earth. We greet you today with great enthusiasm. We are very pleased to connect with you. You are blessed beings indeed, for you are now in this world, but not of this world. What does that really mean? That means you are very much still in your physicality. Your body temple is still on planet Earth. You are still a human being. The question has been asked, what did you do before enlightenment? The answer might be, I fetched wood and I carried water. Then what did you do after enlightenment? The answer could be, again, I fetched wood and I carried water. As souls here on planet Earth, we appear to have a body, and that body is very real to us and needs taking care of. Our physical being must be nurtured and cared for. It is the vehicle that houses our soul. Without it, we cannot function here in the material realm. So how are we in this world, but not of this world? We are out of the dream spell. We have stepped out of the deception perception, the illusional delusion that constitutes the planet Earth learning experience. In order to grow in our depths of the love quotient, in order to experience fear and pain and other than the love we really are, we agreed to be hypnotized into forgetfulness. We agreed to have no memory of the great and grand beings we really are, for we would not allow this earthly fear-filled buffeting from pillar to post if we knew who we are. Our soul wants us to experience that which we are not. Negativity, duality, separation, anger, pain, shame, guilt, blame, and all the multitude of negative emotions that fall under the heading of fear. And you, dear Lightworkers, starseeds, we say again, and we have said so often, you chose very difficult lives. There is a saying that God does not give his people more than they can handle. This is actually true. You, as a fragment of God consciousness, as a drop of divine essence, gave yourself this human experience and laid out the plot, the stage play, before you came here. You and your guides, your angels, your soul family, planned your life in some detail. Yes, you have free will here on Earth to a great degree. You can go against your instinct. You can ignore the still small voice within until it becomes silent, for you can no longer hear it. The raging, harsh voice of your ego is then so loud that it has taken over and is directing your human experience. And when the ego is in charge, you are in this world and of this world. The whole purpose of this world is to have your ego in charge and, for a while, to be totally immersed in the hologram, stage play that is the planet Earth experience. This is the deception perception, the illusional delusion that we agree to. So we agree to come to planet Earth in physical bodies that give us the opportunity to be separate from each other. We do not remember who we really are. We allow ourselves to be imprinted, indoctrinated with the befuddling and illogical thoughts and beliefs of our parents, teachers, society and government, passed on from generation to generation. We struggle to be good, and yet to follow the teachings of our elders, of those who brought us into this world. Those teachings get us into difficulty with our peers. Thought systems, beliefs clash. We get into anger, resentment, and rejection of any idea that differs from ours. We think all other ideas and ideologies are wrong and sinful. Only that which we have been taught and the regime under which we have lived is correct. We want to proselytize. We want to tell others who live differently that they have the wrong ideas. They must live as we live, think as we think, act as we act. That is not how the Planet Earth Hologram Training Simulator program works. This program is meant to set us up against each other, for eventually these uncomfortable differences are what moves us towards the light. For we discover that inherently we do not want to be negative, harsh, angry, and separate. Earth is not meant to be a happy place. The negativity, the puzzlement, the harshness we experience turns us eventually back to love, to what our soul really wants. What our soul really wants is peace, love, communion, and camaraderie. And it is in achieving this that we become in this world, but not of this world. When our soul's desire for learning here on this earthly plane is complete, when our ego has released its desire for power over others and control, then our soul takes over. The still small voice of our soul, our intuition, talks to us and tells us we are divine. This is not usually an easy process. Releasing our entrained thoughts and fears is a fearful process, for we believed ourselves to be our thoughts. To our ego, we are the thoughts we think. To our ego, it is not possible that we are physical bodies which have a soul, that when it is allowed, speaks to us and through us, and rules our lives in peace, comfort, and communion. But yes, we can, even in this human realm, have peace instead of the turmoil of our earthly program. That is what it means to be in this world, but not of this world. It is to be in our physicality, but to have realized that we are divine, and to have alchemized our separation, duality, conflicting thoughts into unity, understanding, camaraderie with each other, and a knowing that all is exactly as it should be. We and all our brethren are in a training simulator, hologram, to learn love. Let us release our entrainment. Let us step outside our programming and see the planet Earth experience from the upper room. From the upper room, looking down on Earth and its inhabitants, we see that this Earth is indeed a stage, and the human population are actors. They are each and all acting out the great stage play they planned for themselves. They are feeling the difficult feelings they agreed to feel. When they are out of alignment with their soul's desire, they are feeling the pain and the karma that they themselves have created. And in so doing, that little fragment of God consciousness, the soul, becomes a refined personality with talents, preferences, and abilities that are individuated. With this Planet Earth program, God is creating gods like unto himself. You, our dear ones, are these gods in becoming. And so now, you are in this world, but not of this world. It is wonderful indeed, for you are at peace. You now know that all that is happening for a reason. You know that everyone, regardless of how cruel, how misled they seem, is living out the human script that they themselves designed. Everyone is exactly where they need to be, doing exactly what they need to do. There are no accidents. Be still and know that all is well. Just breathe, just radiate the love and light that you now are, for you have released your human entrainment. You have stepped out of the programming, released your ego's desire for power and control, and listened to the God voice within you. And now, dear hearts to souls, your time is very near. You, being Lightworker starseeds, coded yourselves to awaken before your brethren, so that you would be able to help them with their awakening. When they do awaken to the deception that has been perpetrated on them, and many will awaken to this, it will be painful. To realize that all you have held dear is your reality, to realize that your government, your medical system, your teachers have purposefully been harming you and dumbing you down, is very hard. To see all the cruelty that has been visited on mankind is very hard indeed. The shock waves will reverberate around the world, and you will be here to help with love, compassion, and unconditional listening and caring. So great and grand is our new life in the upper room. Here on planet Earth in physical form, we have realized the truth of who and what we are. That is, divine souls ensconced in human body temples, yet with a knowing and peaceful, joyful realization that we are divine and all is well in our world. We are in this world, but not of this world. That was Aita, channeling her higher self. We are blessed beings, indeed.